What's going on, YouTube? Hey, YouTube. We're back. I'm live on Twitch right now. www.twitch.tv/Asimochi. Catch me there. You can see these live. You can follow me there. It's totally free. Just like subscribing and commenting and hitting the like button. It's totally all free. What are you doing? I'm confused why you don't do that. It's totally free. Anyway, enough of that. We're back with the tier list, the Pikmin enemy tier list. I'm ranking these guys from most dangerous to harmless. And like I said, this is the second part. The first part's already on my channel. Go watch it so you can see all these. You can see me talk about these guys and what they do to Pikmin. Anyway, the first guy of the day. This is the hairy Bulborb. He's pretty easy. He's just like this. There's nothing different about him. Yeah, pretty easy. Not much to say about him. He's pretty much another Bulborb, a recolor of a Bulborb. This is the Hermit Crawmad, I think it's called. He's kinda easy. He can grab only one or two Pikmin at once. He can kill them, but he dashes out of his his burrow, and he takes forever to get back to it. So he's kind of easy. He's also in the water, but or at least in Pikmin 3 he is. But he dashes so far out you can kill him with anything. Honey Wisp, harmless, can't kill you, it gives you nectar to Pikmin, in fact it helps them. That's what people happy actually. It helps them. But Tights, same thing. I'll put them here because when you kill Matites, they drop nectar, but they scare Pikmin, and the Pikmin go bananas. So they run all over the place, and they won't hesitate to run into danger. So yeah, that's cool. People happy. Iridescent Flint Beetle. You hit him at the top of his head, he drops stuff. Same with this one. This is the Iridescent Glint Beetle. By the way, if I didn't make this tier, these guys would be in harmless. Well, maybe except this. But these guys will be in harmless, but I made people happy because people happy. Anyway, the Iridescent Glint Beetle is pretty much this, except this drops better rewards. Also only in Pikmin 2. This one's in Pikmin 3. This is a regular Joustmite. The flighty Joustmite was in part 1. He's pretty much the same as the flighty Joustmite, except he can't fly. That's it. The lesser spotted jellyfloat, really the same to the greater spotted jellyfloat. Only difference is it can't suck up captains like its bigger counterpart. It can kill Pikmin, but it takes so long for them to kill them. So, look at that, male shield grub. I hate these things. I hate them. They are most of the time a one hit, but in Pikmin 1 and 2, at all 3 games, they're like female shield grubs, so they're buried under the ground, so you can't see them ahead of time. If your Pikmin are carrying treasure or fruit or a corpse back, they will walk into the path of shield grubs, and these guys will happily get a nice little yummy snack while they're carrying stuff back, or they can kill the whole thing, the whole squadron. So I'm putting them in Scaly because I hate these things. I hate them. Ooh, hey, the robot spider. Nah. The Man-It Legs. That's what it's called. Was only in Pikmin 2 until he appeared in, and he's now coming back in Pikmin 4. I kid you not, this is a spider with a gun, a Gatling gun. I'm not even joking. His only method of attacking is shooting Pikmin. I'm not even kidding. He does that. And he can, if you don't know what you're doing and you don't know how to take cover, he kills a lot. A ton of Pikmin. So I'm putting him up here. He's terrifying. Medusa Slurker. This is harmless. It's I don't know why they made this, because it's basically a jelly float, but it doesn't kill Pikmin. It's weird. I've already gone over Dweevils. This is a Munge Dweevil. They're easy. There. Next. This is a People Happy. I don't remember the name of this thing, but it dies in one hit, quote unquote, and drops nectar. That's it. The bread bug is harmless, just like the giant bread bug. Harmless, can't do anything. Is this a dwarf Bulborb? No, this is a normal orange Bulborb. I say these guys are harder than the normal Bulborb. Reason being is they have like a keen sense. So they're nocturnal, but if you like approach them if you get close to them, they do wake up. So I think they're harder than the other things. This little guy or thing. Yeah, I'm about to say its name, and yes, it is its name. This is called the Pearly Clamp. It's a clam. It will shut its mouth and eat Pikmin. Very slowly though. It's coming back in Pikmin 4, but if you hit its pearl every so often, and then when it gets close to closing, you call the Pikmin, and that's it. Yep. Next, we have the Peckish Aristocrab. Without Rock Pikmin, I think these guys are kind of tough. His claw is crystal, and you can break it, so when you do break it, he can't eat Pikmin. But if you're not fighting with rocks, he's pretty challenging. So I'll put him here. I don't think he's like these guys, but he's pretty tough. This guy. The Emperor Bulblax. He's the final boss of the first game, and he comes back in Pikmin 2. He's coming back in Pikmin 4. I'm going to show you... Let me show you the boss fight of the Emperor Bulblax in Pikmin 2. Bulblax. Let me show you. Get comfy. Watch closely. You know something, by the way? This guy's whole squad is purple Pikmin. His entire squad. Now watch closely. This is a boss, by the way, and this is the final boss in Pikmin 1. Yep. That's how you fight the Emperor Bulblax in Pikmin 2. This right here. He died before he even did anything. Literally died before he did anything. So for that, I'm putting him here. for his laugh. Well, purple Pikmin are OP. To be fair, that is his fight in Pikmin 2. Just use purple Pikmin and win. Guy had no chance. Yeah, he's actually really challenging in the first game, like super challenging. It's a good final boss, and then he comes back and he's an absolute joke. If he wasn't a joke in the second game, he'd be up here. But because of that laughable fight and he's being pushed down here. He is coming back in Pikmin 4. Maybe he has gotten some justice there. But in Pikmin 2, they did this man dirty. They did him dirty. Next, God, what is this thing called? It's a Phosbat, I think. I think that's its name. It's pretty much harmless. It can kill Pikmin, but honestly, they take so long to even bite down on a Pikmin. It's crazy. Also, they take damage for standing in light too. So. Oh, hey, another thing I don't like. we ranked the Burling Snaggart already. This is its cousin counterpart. I hate it. I hate it desperately. He's basically a burrowing Snaggart, but he can move around. That leg isn't for show. He hops around with that leg, and he becomes incredibly tall. If you're like, so it's his weak point's his head, and it's the only Pikmin that can like even get close to attaching to it is the yellow Pikmin, because they can be thrown at a higher arc than other Pikmin. Yeah, I hate that thing. Hate it. Hate it. I'm praying to God it's not coming back in Pikmin 4. But, Pikmin 2, he sucks. Next, this is the Plasma Wraith. This is the final boss in Pikmin 3. Okay. He's weird. Let me explain. So, you find this thing in an area called the Formidable Oak in Pikmin 3. The whole area just pretty much serves as a boss battle, if I'm making any sense. I'm gonna call this Phase 1. So for Phase 1, you have to escort Olimar to get out, basically, while the Pikmin carry him, because he's knocked out cold. And this thing is actively hunting him down, trying to get him back. So you're trying to I don't think in his first phase he can kill Pikmin, but Pikmin can get trapped in him, and they kind of just float around in him. You can whistle the Pikmin to bring them out. Anyway, you're trying to do puzzles while he's actively hunting you, and then you reach the end. When you reach the end, you actually fight the thing, and this is where it actually starts killing Pikmin. Unless you use rocks, because rocks just don't get... It has this, like, spiky hand attack, but rock Pikmin aren't affected by it. It spits out, I think I'll put him here, not here, because I think for a first timer, it can be pretty challenging, because he can also spit out all the elements, so he can spit out fire, water, electricity, and then stone. So you could do the whole thing with rock Pikmin, but it takes a really long time. Next, I think this is called the Puckering Blino. I kind of don't like these guys. They're pretty easy to take out, but sometimes there's, like, you really can't see them in the water. They kind of just snatch Pikmin off if you're not paying attention. They're like an ambush predator, but not, because they're in the open. Anyway, I was about to say about that guy. Next. Hey, this guy never came back in another Pikmin game. He only appeared in Pikmin 1. There's only one of these guys in the game. This is the Puff Stool. He has one gimmick and one gimmick only. He turns your Pikmin into Mushroom Pikmin. And those Mushroom Pikmin will attack other Pikmin and Olimar. I recently watched someone try to fight this thing, and they lost a lot of Pikmin, and that made me change my mind for him, because I beat him pretty easily, but for a new player, they don't know what they're doing. They have no idea. Alright, next. Hey, look at that. Another Blowhog. This is the Puffy Blowhog. Now, he can't directly kill Pikmin. He just he just blows wind at them. That's it. But he can blow them into water, electricity if it's Pikmin 2, or over the edge. So I will put him here because he does have kill potential even if it's not direct. Okay, next. The Pyro Slooch. I can't say its full name because I suck. He's pretty easy. He's just a normal fire enemy. You throw a red Pikmin on his back, and then he pretty much dies. Next. Hey, here we go. Another boss of Pikmin 3. This is the Quaggled Meyerclops. Yes, that is his name. Well, I've played these games before, so I think he's kind of easy. But for a newcomer who doesn't know what they're doing, he can wreak havoc, I guess. So you have to hit his feet for him to get knocked over, and you gotta hit the big giant fruit in the middle. He can kill Pikmin. He like swirls this giant tongue around despite the way it looks. There's a max limit of how he can kill Pikmin with that. However, when he's stomping around, I think there's no cap for that. So I think I'll put I don't think he's that hard, but I think he could be hard, so I'll put him there. Hey, it's a good spot. Next. This is the Raging Longlegs. It's similar to Beady Longlegs, and I think it's easier. Why? Well, they pretty much do the same thing except when when this shakes Pikmin off, he starts stomping around faster and almost like a raging state, hence his name. But honestly, if you just stand directly under him, he can never crush you, and you can just keep constantly throwing Pikmin at him. Just use purples; they do the most damage. Yeah, he's pretty easy. I think this one's harder. This one's eh. God. Okay, this is the raging Bloister. This is the boss Bloister. I've seen people struggle on this guy because they don't know his mechanic, and it's understandable because the game doesn't tell you boss mechanics. You have to figure it out on your own. So I will put him here, but the way you do this is you separate both captains. You have one captain act as bait, and you have the other captain with all the Pikmin. He goes for the captain you are controlling. So just have it fully turn around to face the captain acting as bait, and then the other captain at the other side, which is his weak point. You can't see it. He's got like a little tail that's his weak point. And then that captain with the Pikmin just chucks Pikmin, and they repeat that cycle until it dies. He's pretty hard, but for a newcomer, I understand. These are harmless. They're more of a nuisance, really. What is this called? whisker worm, something like that. Um, yeah, they're harmless. They just eat the berries. That you use to make ultra spicy spray, and then I call it burp spray because it you burp and then the enemy is stone. Yep, that's a thing. Anyway, next. This is a spectral lid, also harmless. It's literally just a butterfly. It doesn't do anything. Um, you can't see his full body, but it's okay. Guess you don't need to. This is the... Yes, this is its name. The sand belching mirror slug. Honestly, I honestly think he's kind of easy. Even for a newcomer. Like, I've seen newcomers fight him, and they don't lose that many Pikmin. This is a boss in Pikmin 3, but he's kind of easy. He's not really challenging. He spits rocks, but the rocks don't kill the Pikmin. They bury the Pikmin. Which is kind of weird. They can kill the Pikmin, I guess, but... I see, like, the Pikmin get buried, like, 99% of the time. It's kind of odd, but... Yeah, but here's the... I think this is the last boss of, Pikmin 3, unless I'm forgetting one. This is the Scornet Maestro. And... this guy isn't hard, but he's cool. Let me explain. So you're playing as a captain that commands Pikmin. Well, the Scornet Maestro is basically that. He commands... Oh, here they are, these guys. He commands the Scornets. And he commands them to attack you. That's kind of what you're doing as the captain commanding the Pikmin. I think it's kind of cool. Is he hard? No, I'm putting him in easy. I'll put the Scornets in easy too. Because they're a one-hit. You just swarm them with wing Pikmin and they die. But his fight's cool. It's cool. It's really cool. Oh man, we're just going through all the bosses today, huh? This is the segmented Cropster, and I kind of hate this thing. I don't think he's incredibly challenging, but his one gimmick of attacking is rolling around and until he hits a wall, which drops boulders from the ceiling. He infinitely rolls around until he hits a wall. And there's no death limit to how many Pikmin he can kill. So, I don't think he's this, but I think he's... You know, I'll put him in high danger tier. Pretty close. What is this one called? The Hairy Longlegs? This is basically a BD Longlegs, except more annoying. Because for this one, you gotta see... There's like little puffs of hair on each leg. You gotta destroy each segment to expose the head. It's just more annoying. That's a more annoying BD Longlegs. Shearwigs! They're just like Meow Sheargrubs, except they fly. I've already gone over Sheargrubs. What is this called? I think this is called a Skeeter Skate. Honestly... I think they're harmless. They do one thing only. They shoot water at Pikmin, but the Pikmin takes so long to die from the water, it's not really a problem. And he's kind of easy. The Skitterleaf, however, is harmless. That's harmless. Doesn't do anything. Literally doesn't. He just runs around and shakes Pikmin off if they get close. This is a Scutterchuck. God, do I put this guy in harmless? Yeah. He can kill Pikmin. So, the rock on his head isn't for show. It will chuck a rock at Pikmin. And whatever Pikmin's under it, they die. Unless it's a rock Pikmin. Yeah, but they die in one hit, so, like, you won't even get to see them attack. So... Oh, we're almost done. I feel like we're going by this quick. Oh. Say hello to the hardest enemy of Pikmin 1. This is the Smoky Prog. You might have seen him in Smash World of Light, if you played that. As being one of the first spirits you get in that story mode. This thing is terrifying. I think he's the hardest enemy in the Pikmin 1. Why? Well, to even encounter it, you have to reach the distant spring on day 15 or before. And he's poisonous looking, right? Well, white Pikmin weren't a thing in Pikmin 1. They didn't exist yet. There was only red, blue, and yellow. So, the Smoky Prog doesn't attack. The only thing it does is if there's any Pikmin sprouts, it uproots those Pikmin. Kind of like the Plugaphone in Pikmin 2. But all he has to do is pretty much walk over a Pikmin and they die. Instantly. It's crazy how hard this thing is. It has a lot of health too. He's the hardest enemy in Pikmin 1 for a reason. Because his element, there's no Pikmin element that's immune to his type in that game. So, and they die from the poison instantly. It's crazy. What is this, a snowy Bulborb? Easy. Huh. This isn't a dwarf. This isn't a dwarf Bulborb. Or Bulbear. This is the big mommy spotty Bulbear. He's pretty much the toughest normal enemy in Pikmin 3. In Pikmin 2, he is one of two. It's always awake. It's never asleep. It's always on patrol. It always has these where are they? It always has these little guys with them, following it. These are the dwarf virgins. In Pikmin 2, it is one of two enemies to revive itself. This is the other one, the Gatling Grunk. If you don't bring it back, it comes back and starts wreaking havoc. What is this called? A Scuttlefish? I'd say it's harmless. I can attack. I think it inks Pikmin. But I don't know if it kills them. It's pretty easy. This is a swarming shield rub. It's basically a palette swap of this. Also harmless. They're just there to get in the way. Ah, look at that. The swooping snitch bug. Now, it only does one thing. It grabs Pikmin, throws them into the ground, and roots them. That's it. However, it can. So in Pikmin 2, there's deathless pits, and if you happen to have a ton of Pikmin on it, when it's over an endless pit and it dies, all those Pikmin are gone. And it can throw Pikmin off the edge too, so I'll put them here just for that reason. Just for that off, really rare chance that could happen. Next. This is the final boss of Pikmin 2. This is the Titan Dweevil. And, yep, he goes here. Let's put him here. Yeah. Well, he's a pretty challenging fight. It wields 4 treasures that you collect. You have to break them off. The treasures are of each type, so poison, electricity, water, and fire. There's a cycle you do to defeat this. You go for the... So, I've mentioned before that electricity is the deadliest element in Pikmin 2, and hope that applies here, of course. So, just use yellow Pikmin. The yellow... Even though they're not immune to the other elements, but you can at least save them if they get in trouble. So the cycle with this is you go for the water element first, because that one has no range limit. It can go through the whole arena. So when it's using that, you have to you have to swap between both captains to make sure no Pikmin are in danger. Then you go for the other two that aren't electricity and do electricity last. So then once all the parts are off of him, he's actually helpless. He can't attack. He just swings Pikmin away. But yeah. This is the Toady Bloister. It can... Oh, God. I mean, it can kill Pikmin. You know, I'll put him here because you just have to be behind him and he can't hurt your Pikmin. Like... Alright, next. Oh, hey, look, another Pikmin 3 boss I forgot about. This is the Behemoth Fossbat. And... God... He's kind of easy, really. His fight's not really a fight. What you do is you're basically going around trying to turn the light on in the cave. And he takes damage from that, and then you can even kill him before you even turn all the lights. So he's kind of easy. He can kill Pikmin, but you know, he's... Oh, this thing. Oh, this thing. This is a volatile Dweevil. Now, I said all the Dweevils are pretty dangerous, or pretty easy. Ah, this one takes the cake. That's not for show. That's a bomb on its back. It's literally a suicide bomber. It's basically a walking bomb rock, and it can kill your entire squad, and they can appear out of nowhere. It's kind of crazy and scary. Aw, isn't this guy cute? Isn't this guy cute? The Waddlepuss, isn't he cute? He's just a harmless little guy. All he does is spit bubbles, that's it. And the Pikmin get trapped in him. Not you. Oh, man, you're next. This is a water dumple. Fun fact, this is related, is close to this. I don't see it, but they're close. I think these guys, they're pretty easy to kill, but they can kill Pikmin almost instantly. So, and they can grab like 2 or 3 at a time. They're kind of crazy. Crazy little guys. Oh. The most infamous boss of Pikmin 2. The Water Wraith. His fight, it's actually really easy. It's really easy. Find a Colin Austin stream. Hey, welcome. I'm almost done with my tier list. Anyway, the Water Wraith, his fight is pretty easy. Really easy, in fact. You can just stun lock him, and then once you destroy the rollers he's rolling on, he literally becomes helpless. But, big but. So the dungeon the Water Wraith is in is called the Submerged Castle, and it's submerged. It's not really a castle, it's just a cave, but that's what it's called. Anyway, so to access this cave, this dungeon is in the water. You have to be in the water, so you can only take blue Pikmin with you. And once you get to floor 2, an invisible timer starts. You have no way of knowing it starts. The moment you hit floor 2, an invisible timer starts. It's a 5-minute timer. Once that timer is up, he spawns in the room, and he will stay there until you go to the next floor, which another time, then the timer will start again. There's no death limit to how many Pikmin he can kill. His fight's easy, but just because he appears throughout the dungeon if you're not quick enough. Actually, I just played Pikmin 2 again, and I beat the whole dungeon without him spawning in other floors other than the boss room. But just for that, he's going up here. And it's deserved. This fella is infamous. Everyone dreads the submerged castle. And I bet it's a newcomer's worst nightmare. Anyway, next. God, what did I say this one was? The fiery blowhog? I'm gonna say this is the watery blowhog. He's pretty much the same. Alright, next. Ooh, Whip Tongue Bulborb. He's kind of cool. He's not like other Bulborbs. He's like a ranged Bulborb. But Bulborbs are kind of easy to fight in Pikmin 3. Because if you throw Pikmin at the eye stalks, they like freak out and then shake them off. You can literally stun lock them. For that, he's going in easy. I did notice this isn't a thing in Pikmin 4. This is coming back in Pikmin 4. So, yeah. Maybe we'll see. Another Spectre Lid, harmless. Oh, man. I don't like this thing, man. This is a withering blowhog. He's basically this, except he doesn't knock Pikmin back. Except his thing is deflowering Pikmin and turns them to leaves. And he can do it in one blow. And for that, he's going here because he's a nuisance and I hate him. I want every single one of them to die. Log pull, harmless, doesn't do anything. Actually, for some reason, they changed the official name of this guy. They call it a wool pull now. In the HD remasters on Switch. I don't know why, because they've always been called wog pulls, and then this is a Wollywog, or they changed it to Wally Hop. But I like Wollywog better. But also Spectral again. Wollywogs. These are basically the same. There's a yellow Wollywog. I hate these things. These things suck in Pikmin 1 and 2. Did you catch it? I said Pikmin 1 and 2. Pikmin 3 introduced these little guys called they introduced the little guys called Rock Pikmin. Well, this isn't in Pikmin 3, but this is. They introduced these little guys called Rock Pikmin. Rock Pikmin are immune to crust damage. And that's the only thing these guys do. These guys have fallen from grace. And I am glad. However, this is not in Pikmin 3. Well, God, man. Okay, I'll put them here. They're basically the same thing. I don't know the difference between these guys. They're literally the same. I don't know why. This one looks like a demon. I know it's not. Oh God, what is this thing called? It's got a Japanese name. That's like its official name. You can go the whole game of Pikmin 2 without seeing these. I think it's like day 50 these will spawn, and you can. There's like a swarm of them, and you kill every single one. Then they drop either bitter spray or ultra spicy spray, but they're harmless. They don't attack. Hence why they don't really have official art. That's why they look like a block. That's just a zoomed in version of this. Last but not least, the first boss of Pikmin 3. The Armored Maudad. He's really not that threatening. He's pretty easy. So his whole body is covered in a crystal exoskeleton, so Rock Pikmin are the win. You can break his claws, but the music's stopping. Perfect. We're about to end. You can break his claws, but honestly, you You break his tail, and then you swarm the Pikmin, and he dies in one cycle. You can't kill Pikmin though. So yeah, and that, my lovely viewers, is the Pikmin enemy tier list. That is it. I am so glad y'all came here to listen to me be a nerd about this very obscure game that no one has played. But I hope you enjoyed. I said earlier, subscribing, it's totally free. Why aren't you doing it? Liking is also free. Even commenting is free. Tell me how much of a nerd I am. Tell me why I did this about a children's game, even though I caught children. What I consider this a children's game. These games are challenging, really challenging. Um, but anyway, that's it for me. Like I said, subscribe. Yeah. I'll see everyone on the flip side.